This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Good morning. Right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, we greatly appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday morning. Your what's it? Countdown to Christmas Saturday morning. What do we have? 5 days?
We are 5 days away.
A couple few. Yeah, 5 days away from a Merry Christmas. And we've got a lot to talk about today. Of course, we're here at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum for their inaugural Cookies with Santa event. There were a lot of kids in here. We did an impromptu dance contest.
We did. We had the kids. We had some parents out there, you know, doing the butt. I mean, they lit up as soon as Hugh dropped that beat. They knew exactly what to do. Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of kids. You saw the smiles on their faces. And we cannot forget the Polar Express train.
Oh my goodness.
Around the lobby of the Negro League Baseball Museum. Somebody has a video. Once I get my hands on this video.
I was a conductor. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was the conductor.
And he was excited. He was a big kid.
Chugga.
Choo-choo. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, man. I had the kids rolling, man. We was ski skirting, sliding through here.
Yeah, they were. They were excited.
That little shade.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta, when they go low, we go higher.
Man.
Sometimes, sometimes you got 3 strikes today.
Shout out to Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
All right, how was everyone's week? Are y'all ready for the big day?
What big day?
Christmas.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
It's
not
Christmas.
Not at all, brother.
Well, I will say, last week I had not bought a gift. The only thing I had was a thought and a prayer. And I will say today, we are in a much better space.
Oh, okay.
Gifts have been ordered. Have I physically gone to a store yet?
Oh, you hit one of your
Not
parlays?
at all. I hit purchase on Amazon. That's what I did. But no, we're doing good. I have great faith in myself to finish it before the 25th.
I had great faith in the Hawks last night too. So,
hey.
Yeah, I told him, man, your gifts is contingent on these picks. I told my niece, I just started naming off teams. I was like, Knicks or 76ers. And she was like, 76ers. I was like, Hawks or Spurs. She was like, Hawks. She picked all underdogs. And I was like, hey, listen here, little mama. This hit. Christmas is going to be great.
If it don't, you're getting this cold.
You getting it. Yeah, that's what I said. You're getting this cold. And she was like, mommy, Uncle Mikey said he's going to give me 3,000. I was like, listen, if it go down.
That's funny. Q?
Oh, the week?
Yeah.
I've got senioritis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Better than vertigo.
December, I got senioritis, so I cleared my calendar for the end of the year. I think I got 2 gigs left for the year.
You on the countdown?
Yeah, and I'm checked out.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm checked out. The future me is already in 2026.
All right.
Man,
Sometimes it be like that.
It
you
do.
know,
It do be like that.
I called myself clearing my calendar last year, and maybe this was just, a act of God, and then I landed the Hallmark position.
There it is.
And I'm back doing that this year.
See?
Loving it, but
won't he do it?
Willie won't he?
Won't he do
Plug me in for next year?
Huh?
Plug me in for next year? Haters. I know
We'll think about it. Now, I don't. I don't know.
When Jesus blessed me, I don't know none of y'all. Hey, new phone, who this?
We got the Cookie Monster over here next to me, man. What's up, C-Lens?
Man, got new nickname every week.
You do.
I'm good. Week's been good. Just got a new camera.
Okay.
Can't wait to test it out. So.
Speaking of photos, you had snapped 2 photos of me at the current game. I have not received those yet.
Don't be that guy.
You probably didn't even click it. You know how like sometimes you be like, I did it.
I did.
FBI surveillance.
Well, I forgot all about that. I'm sorry. I will send that to you.
I appreciate it. I wanted
sometime this week.
She said, "Send it stat."
Yeah.
Means like today.
Expeditiously.
Just tell her you'll send it sometime next year.
All right, we've got a lot to talk about on today's show. Of course, like I said, we're at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. They had their Cookies with Santa event this morning. Great turnout. A lot of kids came down to the Negro Leagues Museum. So if you missed it, got to catch us next year. We'll also be joined by President of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Mr. Bob Kendrick, here in about 10 minutes or so. And then there's a lot of stuff that's happening in Kansas City. They got a lot of folks ruffles feathered.
Feathers ruffled.
Feathers ruffled. Just mine is all ruffled up. Yeah. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
All right, there's been some news in and around Kansas City that Chiefs fans on both sides of the state line in Missouri and Kansas have mixed emotions about. And the Chiefs, are they close to moving to the Kansas side of the river?
They gone.
The Kansas City Chiefs appear to have only a few days from taking a big step toward the move over the state line and eventually leaving their longtime home at Arrowhead Stadium and, of course, the Missouri side for a new home, likely in Kansas.
Why isn't Chiefs Kingdom excited about this?
Well, for me, Kansas City, Missouri side of the kingdom. Because it's all I've known. That's like my best friend moving across town, and now I have a longer trip to go see my best friend. Like I want my best friend near me all the time. Also, too, it's just a longer commute.
Yeah, you gotta put 20 on 12 now instead of that 10.
Yeah.
So it's a deadline that's been approaching over the last few years, and that's been the conversation. Is the Kansas City Royals, are they going to move? Well, if the Royals move, then what will the Chiefs do? And the state of Kansas has put together basically it's what's called star bonds, and those star bonds are basically just some money set aside saying that the team will, or that the state will pay for a new stadium, or at least 50% for a new $1 billion stadium. Well, the thing about it is that it's in Kansas. And of course they've been at One Arrowhead Drive for the past, 30, 40 years at least. And now it's like, okay, I think the nostalgia of this team being in that one location, the mystique of Arrowhead, and just the mere fact that it's Kansas City's team. Yeah. And that it's what we've known, at least it's what I've known all my life. Now, if y'all have seen the stadium down on Brooklyn, y'all let me know. But I've only seen it out at One Arrowhead Drive.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is, just to your point. Like it's the only thing we know, the only location that we know. Like we would love to see them renovate and make Arrowhead better. Q-Tank, please do it.
That's what I thought too. Because you know how like they say they try to keep things traditional, like the Clark family or the Hunt family, my fault. Like we don't have no rival uniforms, we don't do any extra stuff. So I feel like kind of goes against what they're saying. Like, why not just keep it traditional with this stadium and just, fix a few things? Move into Kansas. Put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
See, this is my standpoint. We all went to school or been out of town, and we had to correct people when they ask you where you from, and you say Kansas City, and they say, "Oh, Kansas." And
or I'm going to Kansas. Yeah.
No, I'm from Missouri. It's a whole different place. Now, when you we on national TV next year, it's going to say Kansas City, Kansas. And I just can't see that.
I mean, the Patriots don't play in Boston.
See,
but the Cowboys don't play in Dallas.
Yeah.
The 49ers don't play in San Francisco. I mean, that's just the way of sports right now.
Still in the same state, though. Still in the same state.
I mean, I get that. We're a border state, so it happens. But I think a lot of Chiefs fans on the Missouri side, should be happy that they don't have to pay them taxes anymore. I mean, you pay taxes.
It's well worth it.
You pay taxes for the last 30 or 40 years and only got 5 good years of football. I mean,
only 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
who's to say they move to the Kansas side and we're going to get 5 more years of good football? I don't feel like
you may get another 60-year drought.
And here's another thing on top of that. It feels, and sometimes you get the feels, right? It feels like Oakland. It feels like St. Louis, right? Like it just has that feeling like, man, we about to lose our baseball team. We about to lose our football team. Like that's the feel that at least that what I get from it. And it's to me, and I still have some questions, right? Like, because I mean, you're building up downtown. I mean, you have Lowe's Hotel, you have so many things happening in this downtown area, and a lot of the infrastructure and the money that comes in are supported by fans that come into town for whatever team or whatever is happening out at Arrowhead Stadium. Yeah. So a lot of that money is going to be null and void because we don't have a city like Dallas where you have the stadium in Arlington and it's not in Dallas, and Dallas will still thrive with or without the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And so like I don't see like why they would build up this infrastructure. We're here at 18th Divine. They're doing a lot here. It's like, okay, so I get people to still visit and do things like that, but like from, let's just say September through, it's been through February or January at least, this city is run by this football team.
That's true. That's true. It's a different vibe too during the football season here on the Kansas City side for sure. Like I feel like the city comes alive even more.
Yeah.
And it's honestly only 9 weeks a year. I don't think it pulls too much from the city. I honestly think that it helps the city, and I spoke about this. I think it was over the summer when we were talking about the teams potentially moving. I think it helps the city in the sense of it grows the metro area. So now instead of people just seeing 70 highway from the stadium to downtown, now you get to see a lot more of the city. You get to see a lot more of the character that's in these small Shawnee, Overland Park, Leawood type of neighborhoods. You get to see a lot of the just a lot of different things. And then on top of that,
land with no trees,
and on top of that, there is no nightlife in Johnson County. So when people leave there, they're coming to the bars in the city. They're coming to downtown, midtown, the plaza. Like
why not centralize that and keep everything in one area?
Where are you gonna put it at?
And, I did a little research on that too, Q. From the last time we talked about, I did a little research project. There's some nightlife out in that area in Leawood, and I mean they just put the Andretti's out there that's open till 1:30, 2 a.m.
I wouldn't necessarily categorize that. When I'm talking about nightlife, I'm talking about bars. I'm talking about
there's bars that they just have opened recently out in that area that's open till 1:30 or 2.
A lot of
1:30 because it's Kansas.
A lot of Leawood closes at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what day. It could be Saturday night at 9 o'clock. All of their restaurants are shutting down. They're going to stop serving liquor. There's a whole thing. So now everybody again has to rush downtown.
Yeah.
I think it helps the city. I get the border war, but I also don't understand it at this point in time. Like 2025,
I understand that Independence is a declining city, and with losing that team and some of the people who work within that area that work at Kauffman Stadium and work at Arrowhead Stadium, now having to find means and ways to commute all the way to Kansas, I think that's a different thing.
But
and with Independence declining as it is, with the home values and how that city is looking with the drug problems and how the school districts is going down, now you take the heartbeat away, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, and that eyesore. You already have the eyesore with the Adams Mark. You already have Denny's that is gone, where you have this Hotel Lotus and then this manufacturing and all that stuff across the street. Now, what is that? What is one Arrowhead Drive going to look like? Only when you have a concert once or twice a year or some type of event that brings people there. But then other than that, it's just going to be a dead parking lot. That's what I have a problem with, because if they don't figure out what to do with that area, now you just have all this lump of land with nothing to do.
Well, and I think over the last 60 years, you've had 2 major league franchises that have resided there, but they haven't pushed forward any development out there. Like, a lot of it has focused strictly on the the Kaufman Sports Complex. Had they, brought in some investors or whoever to build up the Adams Mark, build up a lot of things around. I mean, there's a mile radius, I think, in that where both stadiums sit, that you could develop, that you could put money into. And I don't think those organizations really took that as serious. So now that it's blighted, now they want to move somewhere else and go to somewhere that's already developed. And I think that's always been my beef with teams moving. Like, you had a chance at this house right here, and then you ran this house down until it became, little value. Now you want to go somewhere else where there's a lot of value. I think
it's called capitalism.
It is. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we have a guest on the show. Everyone knows who this guy is, the president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Mr. Bob Kendrick, is going to join us here in about 2 minutes. We'll be right back. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Steve Walls. Are you looking for a ride that fits your everyday lifestyle? Whether you're a sports dad like myself, a busy mom, or just need something reliable to get around, at Riceman Nissan in Tiffany Springs, just south of the airport, they've got exactly what you're looking for. Cars, SUVs, EVs, built for your everyday hustle. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is there to help you to drive off in the vehicle of your dreams. Because at Riceman, it's always every customer, every time. Swing by today and see why folks from Kansas City to Olathe trust Riceman Nissan to get them in gear. Tell them the W Show sent you.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here's your chance to be a true champion with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It's super easy. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players and test your skills for some serious prizes. The more champions points you play for, the more you can win. Stack points, climb the ranks, and show everybody that you're built different. And when you sign up, don't forget to use promo code The W Show. That's right, use promo code The W Show to get in the game. Let's make some champions today.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
On the W Show, use hashtag talk about it, and we will talk about whatever topic you want. Remember, you can send us a message, you can text us, you can let us know whatever topic is on your mind. We will definitely talk about it. We have the Grinch down here on the end that's ready to that's ready to talk about whatever topic whatever topic you want. Well, we are happy to have friend of the show, a legend here, Mr. Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro League Baseball Museum. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. It's so good to have the W Show on site here at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Thank you all so much for spearheading this whole effort behind Cookies with Santa this morning, and to see the smiles on the faces of those kids and their parents.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
special. So, the start of a new holiday tradition here at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. So we very much appreciate that.
And it's always cool that the Negro League also not only talks about baseball, but also highlights the community as well. Why is it important that the Negro League does that?
For me, it embodies the spirit of what the Negro Leagues represented off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And so as an institution that is dedicated to preserving that history, I think we have both a social and civic responsibility to give back. We are constantly asking for support for the mission of the museum to keep it open and operating, but we also have a responsibility to give back as much as we receive. And so to entrench ourselves in the community, I think is just a natural byproduct of the history that we represent.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that watch our show that have never, been to the Negro League Museum. When they come here, what do you hope they leave with?
I tell people, you're going to come here and you're going to leave cheering the power of the human spirit to persevere and prevail. I think a lot of folks, particularly within the African American community, they might think that this is a sad, somber kind of story, because we know that it is anchored against the ugliness of American segregation, a horrible chapter in this country's history. But the story here is really about what emerged out of segregation. This wonderful story of triumph and conquest. And as I remind folks, it's all based on one small, simple principle. You won't let me play with you in the major leagues. Okay, I'll create a league of my own.
Yeah.
And that spirit is what drives this incredible story. And not only did they create a league that would ultimately rival the league that wouldn't let them play, they would ultimately kind of break down that door for inclusion into Major League Baseball, which is what ultimately killed, however, the Negro League. So it's a very interesting kind of story. I tell people the story of the Negro Leagues is a complicated, fascinatingly complicated story.
Yeah. I had many field trips here growing up. I'm pretty sure y'all did as well.
I lived up the street.
So you were here all the time. You were here all the time.
I used to catch that 108 bus right here.
But Mr. Kendrick, you said something to the youth that were here for that Cookies with Santa event, that this was their museum. Why was it important that you told them that? And of course, like starting that type of mindset when it comes to our history at such a young age.
Well, I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel that they are stakeholders in this institution, that it's not just a place where we're expecting them to come and pay for the experience. And don't get me wrong, culture and heritage is not free. We do need to understand that we have to invest in ourselves, in our history. But I want the community to feel like they have ownership in this facility. And that's why you'll see us do, Tony, a lot of different things that are not surface level related to baseball, but it has everything to do with the history of the Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
So whether we're doing health fairs or we're doing financial literacy or business ownership, entrepreneurship kinds of programs, all of those things to me are derived from this story and things that we need to do to hopefully empower our community and enhance the quality of life for everybody who operates in this community.
Yeah.
All right. Two questions, Mr. Kendrick.
Yes.
One, how long have you been with the Negro Leagues Museum?
Oh, man. I started, and it's still amazing to me, I started as a volunteer way back in 1993. Who knew?
Yeah,
who knew? I had no idea that it was going to turn into a career. And to be honest, guys, one of the most gratifying things I think I could have done either personally or professionally. When I walked into what was then a one-room office right across the street inside the historic Lincoln Building, little did I know that I had just walked into what literally would become my passion. I fell in love with the story. I fell in love with the mission of this organization. And even more so, I fell in love with the legendary players who made this story. And I just wanted to do whatever I could to assist the museum in its growth. And as fate would have it, it turned into a wonderful opportunity for me, both personally and professionally.
Nice.
Yeah. And so being here since '93, when's the last time you've learned something new about the Negro Leagues?
Almost every day.
Still?
I am.
Really?
You know, I still find the history just as fascinating today as I did 32 years ago when I walked into that one-room office. And here's the thing. I was a baseball fan. Yeah, I was a baseball fan, and I quickly realized how little I knew about the history of this game and its connection to the history of this country. And really, I just wanted to immerse myself in it. I wanted to learn as much as I could, and I didn't want to keep it to myself, but I'm still learning. Yeah, even when I go through this museum, I still see things that I may have missed at some point in time.
Wow.
Because even though it's a small footprint by general museum scope and scale, it's about 10,000 square feet. But within those 10,000 square feet is a lot of information. And it's beautifully curated. But, you know, we're talking about a history, guys, as we look at the history of the Negro Leagues themselves that operated for 40 years. But our history in the game goes back to the late 1800s. So there's still in this evolution, I'm still learning and absorbing and wanting to share what I'm learning because I don't want to keep it to myself. I don't want everybody else to feel the same way I feel about it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you've been pushing this the museum forward and getting the basically the word out about this Negro Leagues Museum. And I want you to talk about the partnership that you guys have just started with the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, which I'm super excited about. I just got back from Savannah just a couple months ago when we made the historic announcement of the rebirth of the Indianapolis Clowns as one of two teams that are being added to the Savannah Bananas Baseball League. And of course, if you've been following the antics of the Savannah Bananas, I mean, they have just blown up. And they're going to draw over 3 million fans this coming baseball season. It is just incredible what Jesse Cole and his team has done with this whole aspect of baseball and entertainment. Well, how fitting was it to bring back the Indianapolis Clowns?
Of course.
Because they were the originators of this whole notion of baseball and entertainment. So the things that we cheer, and we should cheer for the Savannah Bananas and what they're doing, the Indianapolis Clowns was doing that in the 1940s.
That was the original under the sun.
They were the originals of this and was a brilliant idea to bring them back to life. And we're super excited to be partnering with the Savannah Bananas for the inclusion now of the Indianapolis Clowns as part of the Savannah Banana Baseball League. They'll start playing. They got 2 games coming to the Cape.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
In May of this year. So you might want to start trying to get your tickets early. Don't call me.
He already gave away his free tickets.
And you talked about with the kids earlier. You talked about in 2028 expanding the footprint of the Negro Leagues Museum. 2028, and now that I'd say it out loud, it's really only 2 years away now. What was it that really signaled that the Negro Leagues has outgrown this space?
Well, I think as we look at Negro Leagues history, it is as hot right now as it's ever been before. And the goal the entire time was to try to give our history a mainstream voice. And so when you start to look at some of the things that have happened over the last several years, when we go back and we look at the inclusion of the stats of the Negro Leagues into the record books of Major League Baseball. We look at the historic national salute to the Negro Leagues that was held there at Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. You look at the tremendous success of the inclusion of the Negro Leagues in the video game, MLB The Show, which is one of the biggest initiatives this museum has ever done because it has now introduced this history to millions upon millions of young people and young adults who likely would have never thought about the Negro Leagues until we put them in the video game. And it has literally been game changing. And so all of these initiatives, and of course the work that we've been doing so diligently here at the museum to highlight and grow the interest in this history, has now created the opportunity because we've outgrown our home. The demands on the museum are growing every single day. The foot traffic is growing every single year. And so we've just basically tapped out of space, and not just from an exhibition standpoint, but also administratively.
Yeah.
And so we needed space to breathe. We needed space to grow. And so now is the perfect time for us to take this gigantic next step, because we're talking about essentially a $35 million
Yeah.
construction project that we're about to embark on. And so it is ambitious, but it's also exciting. I tell people I am as excited as you can possibly be
Yeah.
about having to raise $35 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if we were to acquire a significant collection right now, we'd have no place to display it.
Yeah.
And there are still so many stories that are yet to be told.
So many.
And the opportunity to expand on the existing stories. Yeah. And so, and again, to bring the community an even greater community resource. And so we're looking at the building of a new Negro Leagues Museum, the renovation of the historic Paseo YMCA, which is the birth of the Negro Leagues. And that, of course, is now the Buck O'Neill Education and Research Center. So the goal is to create what I call the nation's first Negro Leagues campus as the gateway into historic.
That's amazing.
That's
amazing.
Yeah. You know what I was just thinking off the top of my head with this new museum, that $35 million. You know, remember the movie The Field of Dreams?
Yes.
You can play against all your old pastimes.
Yes.
Kind of have, like with technology, a virtual reality where you can play against the pastime of the Negro Leagues and some of the greats of the MLB, and kind of integrate that into the players that they wanted to play against when they were segregated against, and bring that to life virtually or whatever in that new museum. That, oh man, listen.
Yeah, no, the opportunities are endless.
Yeah.
And this is our blank canvas. It's an opportunity to dream now. But as I say, it's dreaming out loud. But who would have ever thunk it? When you start in a one-room office and no one gave you any chance of succeeding, particularly, guys, because we were going to build it here in an area that had essentially been left abandoned.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that how it always starts?
That's
Yeah.
Everything starts from that one building with that canvas, Mickey Mouse, Apple.
And you had someone like the late, great Buck O'Neill.
Yeah.
And of course, the late, great Horace Peterson, who had a dream and a vision. And you had those who kind of embraced that dream. And we just steadily built momentum to get this thing moving. And here we are today, now some 35 years later, recognized as America's national Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, as deemed and designated so by the United States Congress, and on the cusp of building this wonderful expansion that I think is going to help drive 18th and Vine to a new height. Yeah, and we're excited to be a part of that. We're doing essentially what Negro Leagues Baseball had done for urban communities across this country. You have to remember, wherever there was successful Black baseball, you typically had thriving Black economies.
Right.
And here we are trying to basically replicate what Negro Leagues Baseball had done for those communities years ago.
And I know you and Buck O'Neill had, many long conversations, back in the day. Did you guys ever think that there would be a Rickwood, there would be, Buck O'Neill Bridge, Buck O'Neill Center? Did you guys ever talk about any of that?
We didn't really talk about it. We were just so excited about the opportunity to do something, and I think we all realized that was bigger than we are.
Yeah.
And I think anytime that you do something that is bigger than you are, it is as gratifying a thing as we can ever do. And for me, to see the passion that he had and the pride that he had for being a part of something that was so special. And when I first met him, Steve, one of the first questions I posed to him was, Buck, what motivated you to want to build a Negro Leagues Baseball Museum? And his answer was succinct, but also very poignant, so that we would be remembered. He did not want them to be forgotten, not for just what they gave the game of baseball, but more importantly, what they gave this country. And that's what's been driving us ever since, I got involved with this. It's been a driving force for me. Like I said, I didn't know it was going to turn into a career.
Right.
And so that's been the mission, to just build something that will stand the test of time, so that others will have an opportunity to come here and not only learn this history, but I think be inspired by this history.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got one more. we've talked about looking forward to the future. Let's go back to the past.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite stories, and especially since a kid, was Cool Papa Bell's story. And I feel like that story has been told 100 times over.
That's okay.
Mostly because of just how cool it is, and how fast he was. You know, it's a very mythical being. Tell me about one of your favorite stories outside of the more popular stories of the Jackie Robinsons, the Satchel Pages, the Cool Papa Bells. Like, what's a story of a player or even a team that's one of your more favorite stories?
Well, one of my favorite stories to talk about, and because it helps bridge the relationship between black and brown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the story of a ball player by the name of the great Martin Dehigo, who hailed from Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
His nickname was El Maestro, the master, because he could do it all. He played all 9 positions, played all 9 of them well. He is the only baseball player in the history of our sport to be enshrined into 5 different countries' baseball halls of fame.
Wow.
So he's in the Mexican, Cuban, Venezuelan, Dominican, and in Cooperstown.
Wow.
And virtually no one knows who he is.
Yes.
But that relationship between the Negro Leagues and Spanish-speaking countries was so prolific.
Yeah.
Negro Leagues baseball and Negro League baseball players were oftentimes the first Americans to play in many Spanish-speaking countries. And so, guys, when we went to those countries, we were treated like heroes.
Wow.
So now we're going to stay in the finest hotels. We're going to eat in the finest restaurants that those countries had to offer. And then you come back home.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not
You're treated like a second-class citizen. And as a result of that, a lot of Negro League players would call those Spanish-speaking countries home for one simple reason. In those countries, we weren't black baseball players. Just
baseball players. Yeah.
But in the case of Martin Dehigo, in 1937, he won the pitching Triple Crown. He goes 19-2, struck out 184 with a ridiculous 0.90 ERA.
Wow.
But the story gets even better. That same season, he hit 387 and won the batting title.
This is
as
Ohtani.
well. This is Ohtani. Well, and see, it's
Before
great.
Ohtani.
It's funny that you mention that, because the success of Shohei Ohtani has opened up the doors for people wanting to know about the great two-way stars of the Negro Leagues, which Dehigo was one of those great two-way stars. And I delighted in sharing his story because in that 1937 season that he won the pitching Triple Crown, won the batting title, he was also the manager of the Veracruz team playing in Mexico. He pitches in the championship game. Now, they're in the championship game that season. He's going head-to-head with the legendary Leroy Satchel Page. And they are in a pitcher's duel. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 9th. And Dehigo hits a walk-off home run off of Satchel to win the game. So he won the pitching Triple Crown. He won the batting title. He was the championship winning manager, and he hit the game-winning home run. I don't know how you can top that.
Everything.
I know if you told that story today to kids, they would say one word, cap. Because they wouldn't. Granddad, you cap. You didn't win no Triple Crown. You didn't walk off the side of
Mr. Kendrick, we definitely appreciate you coming on with us today and having us down here. How can people support the Negro League?
Well, first and foremost, for those who are listening who are local, or if you're planning to come into Kansas City, got to pay a visit here to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. You owe it to yourself and to your family to come and take on this experience. And for those of you who are interested in supporting the expansion of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, the campaign is called Pitch for the Future, and it's online at www.nlbm.com. There's no contribution too small. And of course, there's no contribution too long. But in this case, every buck counts.
Blank canvas, blank check.
Thank you again. That's Mr. Bob Kendrick, president of Negro League Baseball Museum. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100. 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Steve Walls. Are you looking for a ride that fits your everyday lifestyle? Whether you're a sports dad like myself, a busy mom, or just need something reliable to get around, at Riceman Nissan in Tiffany Springs, just south of the airport, they've got exactly what you're looking for. Cars, SUVs, EVs, built for your everyday hustle. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is there to help you to drive off in the vehicle of your dreams. Because at Riceman, it's always every customer, every time. Swing by today and see why folks from Kansas City to Olathe trust Riceman Nissan to get them in gear. Tell them the W Show sent you. Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here's your chance to be a true champion with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It's super easy. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players and test your skills for some serious prizes. The more Champions points you play for, the more you can win. Stack points, climb the ranks, and show everybody that you're built different. And when you sign up, don't forget to use promo code The W Show. That's right, use promo code The W Show to get in the game. Let's make some champions today.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back in on the W Show, right here inside of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Remember, you can interact with us. If you're listening to us on 100.1 FM, you can send us a message. We'll talk about whatever topic you want. Continuing on with our headlines. So, Mahomes suffered an ACL injury. What does that leave this team? Q, I'll start with you.
It leaves this team with a lot of question marks. I think you look at what was the graphic that came out earlier this week, where I think it's 6 or 8 players that the majority of the salary cap is placed upon.
Yeah.
So you have some decisions to make there. I think next year is going to be a year, and I'm against teams tanking. I'm never gonna be the guy that's gonna tell a team to tank. I feel that takes away from the game, the competitiveness. I don't feel like there's any strategy in tanking. Yes, you might get number 1 picks and stuff, but also that's saying that your organization doesn't develop players well. But I think for the Chiefs and the roster that they have, I think there's just a couple of upgrades that they need to make. But outside of that, I think you can go a lot younger. Patrick is going to need a lot younger players on offense that can help him out. And I've always hated that. Chiefs fans don't hate this because Chiefs fans love Patrick being Superman.
Yeah.
But you can't be Superman in human form for too long.
Of course.
And I think that's what this injury is indicative of. The dislocated knee, the different turf toes and things that he's had. Those things are those things are a part of the game. But I think this injury here is indicative of Patrick doing too much just for the team. And I think the team, like, people talk about Josh Allen needing help. Like, Josh Allen has all the talent around him, but Patrick Mahomes needs help in a sense of he doesn't need to be Superman. And I think after this knee injury, that's where the evaluation needs to come in at. Like, where can the front office get him help But where can they get him effective help? Because a lot of Patrick's habits were built around having a player like a Tyreek Hill. And so when you miss a player like that, it's tough to fill that void. It's tough to fill the void of a huge playmaker. And I mean, where do you find that at? Like, they have an Xavier Worthy, but Xavier Worthy is also very undersized. So you need somebody that can complement him. And I think that's where the Chiefs lack, is not finding that big possession receiver that that Patrick can count on, and especially when you look at Travis in the later years of his career.
Yeah, and you talked about the going younger. I mean, we remember just 5 years ago, everybody on this team was young.
Yeah.
You know, they talked about them being one of the youngest teams in the league, and now they're one of the oldest teams in the league. I mean, when you mentioned Travis, you mentioned, Patrick being around 7 years, right? Like, all these guys, are definitely getting older. But you have this window, right, where you think about it this way. Most teams have possibly a 2-3 maybe win window where you are, in your Super Bowl window. This team has stretched that 3 times over almost, right? Like, being in that Super, which is one of the longest runs that any team in professional sports has had. And so you think about that now, it's just kind of like, all right, now you got to take a step back. Now you got to analyze what your situation is and kind of retool, add some more tools to the box. Yeah. You talked about Tyreek Hill. I know there was a post earlier this week talking about, Tyreek is give Chuck and the deuces to Miami. They're benching Tua. It's like, do you go back after that? I would say no. I would say, you need to get a guy that is under 30 years old. If you want to, Mahomes is going to be here through 2030, right? That's his contract. But you've got to figure it out. And I think, Mahomes talked about he wanted to be back by week 1. I mean, he had surgery the day after after his injury. Like, that's sometimes unheard of. And now it's like, all right, he's already back in rehab state. He's had the surgery last week. He's back in Kansas City now, and he's going through rehab with the Chiefs. So does he sit out? No. I think you don't let a competitor do something like that, but I think sometimes you have to save the competitor from himself.
You have to. Yeah. You have to. And you look at a lot of the teams around the league, and I mean, we talked about this earlier in the week about Lamar Jackson, quote unquote quitting on his team. Maybe the team shut him down. And not every team has people on their sidelines that are going to do that.
Yeah, sure.
And I mean, we could talk about fiction. We can go back to Any Given Sunday, the movie where, they're giving guys shots and doing a lot of things just to keep them in the game, keep them competitive, and, really help out their psyche. But sometimes you need somebody that pulls them to the side and says, hey, let's sit down. And Patrick has earned that. Like, they've literally played close to an extra season of football. So when we talk about 5-6 years, add another year onto that with playoff football.
Yeah.
And on top of aging.
Yeah. And so that is a great reason, to sit him for most of the season. Like, he doesn't have to come back week 1. If I was a fan, I would be fine with him coming back in week 8.
Yeah.
Because you could, if you in week 8, if you win 4 games, you're still in the hunt. And he might have a little rust coming back, but I think looking forward to the future, like you said, going into 2030, that's 4 years away from now. And if you rush him back in this 1 year, like, what if he injures the other leg? And I think that's a issue that you had with, like, the Klay Thompsons and the Adrian Petersons. Like, a lot of that wear and tear just it breaks down on people, and you have to be able to give them the help that they need. Like Tom Brady later in his career, they made sure they had dogs around him. Like, he had a lot of people that not only he could throw to, but just a lot of different players that he could count on. And I think the Chiefs need to figure that out.
Yeah.
There was some a list that came out earlier this week. Of course, we're close to the end of the year, just about a week or so away. And this list is the most searched athletes of 2025 was revealed. Can you guys, there's the top 10 on this list. Can you guys?
Shador is one of them. He's in the top 3.
Can you guys name any players on the top 10? What do you say?
It's at least Shador.
Shador is one.
Ohtani.
Nope.
LeBron James.
Nope.
Luka Doncic.
These are the most searched athletes. Look it up. Searched. Yep.
Shador was like top 3. I don't know.
Shador's number 1.
Caitlin Clark. Is she on there?
Caitlin Clark is not on there.
Okay.
Yeah. See.
The
kids are Googling players that they like.
So I'll give y'all the answer. So Shador's number 1. Terrence Crawford, boxer, is number 2. Cooper Flagg's number 3. Cam Skateboo is Scatterboo, yeah, is the Giants running back. He's number 4. Micah Parsons, number 5. Jackson Dart is number 6. Sophie Cunningham, there's your WNBA player, number 7. Shiloh Sanders, number 8. Jalen Carter, Q's boy, number 9. And then Justin Rose, golfer. He had the Ryder Cup storyline, so he's number 10.
It just shows you the generational difference, and especially when you look at, there's probably a lot of kids factored into this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, you have your average fans that may Google a Cooper Flag, but to see Shador top this list is, I mean, it's crazy. He's played 3-4 games for the year.
Yeah,
he's the most Googled athlete. Like that's
And one of the things I totally forgot to ask Mr. Kendrick a couple questions just about today's baseball. And I know Mike brought up Ohtani just now. We talked a few weeks ago, like, who was the face of baseball. I know you had some input on that. And the World Cup they did the draw for the teams. You guys know who represented baseball out there? Aaron Judge.
Oh, word.
Aaron Judge was one of the ones who did the draw for to represent, because they had all sports. They had Tom Brady, they had Shaq, and they had Aaron Judge out there, and they had Wayne Gretzky. So if that doesn't tell you guys who they feel like the face of baseball is, I don't know what else to say.
Because football is always going to be a hitter.
Yeah,
I mean, baseball is always going to be a hitter. Football is always going to be a quarterback.
Yeah,
like you have your certain like personality types that the games that each sport wants to lean in on.
And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, but like for baseball, I mean, it really is kind of up in the air, because baseball is not a popular, demanding sport like that. Like, how there wasn't any baseball players in the top 10 on this, was there?
No baseball players, no.
Exactly. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that we talked about this over the years. There's a lot of things that baseball needs to do to be able to put itself into the spotlight of pop culture. But they just have too many unwritten rules and too many traditions in the game that they're not letting go of that could really help grow the game.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. Coming up, we're diving into our Hater 11 segment. This is a W Show broadcast for the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Steve Walls. Are you looking for a ride that fits your everyday lifestyle? Whether you're a sports dad like myself, a busy mom, or just need something reliable to get around, at Riceman Nissan in Tiffany Springs, just south of the airport, they've got exactly what you're looking for. Cars, SUVs, EVs, built for your everyday hustle. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is there to help you to drive off in the vehicle of your dreams. Because at Riceman, it's always every customer, every time. Swing by today and see why folks from Kansas City to Olathe trust Riceman Nissan to get them in gear. Tell them the W Show sent you. Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here's your chance to be a true champion with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It's super easy. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players and test your skills for some serious prizes. The more champions points you play for, the more you can win. Stack points, climb the ranks, and show everybody that you're built different. And when you sign up, don't forget to use promo code The W Show. That's right, use promo code The W Show to get in the game. Let's make some champions today.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. We have a talk about it today, y'all.
I love to talk about it, baby.
All right. Our talk about it is from Heartbreak88 on Twitter. Wants us to talk about a woman that is suing the IRS, claiming that her pets are like her children and should be filed as dependents. So according to the tax code, dogs are property, like your couch or the old pair of rollerblades gathering dust in your closet. A woman is trying to change that. So as reported on Forbes, Amanda Reynolds is an attorney licensed in New York and Utah, and she is using her legal background to sue the Internal Revenue Service and the Eastern District of New York, as she argues that Finnegan, her 8-year-old golden retriever, should be a dependent. His full name is Finnegan Mary Reynolds. So Reynolds argues that Finnegan meets every meaningful requirement of a legal dependent, except for one that the entire case would likely hinge on being a human.
I mean, she's not wrong with inflation.
Yeah, where are golden retrievers from though? Like, what is their nationality? Like, where are they?
Retriever.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because I'm just thinking this is a little facetious or whatever. With this new administration, once they find out if he's from Germany, he's not nationalized, so you can't put him on taxes as a dependent. So case closed.
But if he's born here, it's different.
Well, they're trying to change that.
Okay. So the thing about it is, it said she relies on Reynolds for food, shelter, medical care, transportation, and training.
That's what I'm saying.
She has no income, lives full time with her, and costs more than $5,000 a year. She argues that if this were a person, the IRS would already be calculating her tax credits.
Yeah.
She also argues that treating pets are mere property ignores modern reality of pet ownership. They're not just fuzzy home encounterments. Pets are nowadays often considered to be fully fledged members of the family, even if they aren't so in the eyes of the law.
But unlike a dependent that you have to take care of, you can get rid of it.
Not easy.
Just let it outside.
Just let it outside.
Oh, no, man. We can't do that.
Well,
That's a member of your family.
Well, it was.
Come on. See,
like you costing more what you bringing in, Bumper. You got to go.
Not Bumper.
That was the name of
my
my dog
goodness.
growing up.
Let's get to today's Hate It or Love It.
Hey, I would never.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
All right, first up is this week's sneakers of the week. We have the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunnies.
Love them.
Classics.
Love them. Hurt my feet, but I love them.
Which ones are they? Oh, those are cute.
Nike Air Foam Positive 1 Pine Greens. Fire.
They all right.
Love those.
Cool.
How about Nike Book 1 What the Books?
Is that the orange and yellow?
Yeah.
I like those
That's
actually.
too much color right there.
Nike Air Force 1 Low Jersey Made It.
Nah, that looks like
Fire.
The best ones are the Bug Bunnies this
Always,
week. The
yeah,
Bugs
the
Bunny.
Bugs.
Yeah.
I love it how Tony was like, which ones are those? Boy.
Esports gamer reportedly leaves hotel room in a horrible mess after 2-year stay. So hate it or love it.
I hate it because if he was staying there for 2 years, where was the maids at during those 2 years coming in cleaning up?
So a hotel in China reportedly specialized in catering to gamers and esports competitors. Staff claims to have found a disgusting mess left behind a man who stayed there for 2 years. So a man believed to be an avid gamer checked out of his hotel room after 2 years. During that time, it seems no cleaning staff have ever been allowed in because when employees re-entered the room, they discovered mountains of trash and disgusting toilets surrounding toilet paper.
Ew.
Yeah.
Now that's who should be sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he will get sued.
Kevin Garnett rejoins the Timberwolves as team ambassador. Hate or love it.
I like it.
That's cool.
Do you?
I like it. The Timberwolves are a cool team.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that is Anthony Edwards.
He's the coolest. I love
But
him.
I mean, just with them being a contending team, I like it.
So in the months following the agreement for the new owners, Lore Rodriguez and some other guys, the Timberwolves have made a commitment to bringing back some of the nostalgia and folks because, of course, KG and the old owner didn't like each other, so that's why KG had never been back, never had his jersey retired or anything like that. So they have plans to do that this year, 2026.
And I mean, he is the franchise, literally.
Yeah. We appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. We thank you to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum for having us down for their cookies and Santa. Thank you to all the parents who brought their kids down. What's one Christmas gift that you guys either received as a kid that brings back nostalgia or always wanted but never got?
See, I have to do a different one now because I did the trackpad last week.
Yeah.
I got to think about that. I mean,
I always wanted a go-kart.
No, even same, but even just sticking to the theme, like getting a Nintendo, that first Nintendo system.
Yeah, fire.
That was quite a Christmas.
Okay.
Just give me socks.
Give you what?
Socks.
He's
That's
still
it.
on socks.
Just golden toe socks. That's it, man.
Golden toe socks.
Listen, or if you listen, just
nobody wears those unless you're 78. No, nothing wrong with being 78, but yeah,
they comfortable, man. Listen, just a few kind words, man. You know what it is. Grinch style. Next.
I was a Barbie doll collector.
Okay.
So I remember when the Barbie dolls started like creating the celebrities. I remember getting Brandy and the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Scary Spice forever.
Who was this poster on your wall?
For Spice Girls?
Slam magazines.
Nah. Who was like that person that you had on
Oh,
your wall?
B2K.
I had that lady that was in the Outcast video. I like the way you move. On that note, we appreciate everyone who watched today's show. Merry Christmas, everybody. We out of here.
Karaoke skills are done.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.